better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
They'll run it with Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Man over the middle, and it's complete.
Hurts pass.
Give him 14 yards there, and a Denver first down.
A gain of
well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the 21, it's second and 10. To speak of there, maybe a yard down to the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Raiders 3.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Down his man, that's Tyrell Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 1st down, Hurts. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 70 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Broncos get there and take him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. 35-7 was your final in a one-sided affair. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. 28-13, the final score. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. Now he's strapped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return here gets us all the way down the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, Show that he's right.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On third down, Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The 2nd down pass.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
That's the score. Broncos 17.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
That's how they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the threes already put through the posts.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run?
And the Raiders have got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's Cox. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now a throw going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6.
Dixon running from the shotgun. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they're able to stop him short of a first down.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On a toss, coming left, Dixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Rocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trying to pound it in with Dixon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Work still to do, though. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on second down. Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Carr completes it. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Carr. Caught out right by Renfro. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Oh, now Miller's slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Hate to see this. Week one of the season. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Complete to Josh.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. The Raiders on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. Now Carr again. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Carr to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Jacobs now. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 1st down, it's Dixon. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Max Crosby.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run it here with Dixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They go play action with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On second down now, it's Dixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Hurts pass. Forced to the ground.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. They'll get that complete to Alvarado. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete over the middle. That's Black. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Denver.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's now
2nd and 10 now from the 27. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home.